And please do check out Project 2025. Because I'm telling you, it is a plan. It is a plan to weaken America's middle class. Project 2025, if he is elected, it's all good. It's all good. I'm here because we believe in democracy. Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now. I am speaking now. So Project 2025, look, if he is elected, Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
So, breaking news, if you haven't seen it already, Kamala Harris was given a speech at a rally that she had, and the I guess the pro-Palestinian demonstrators, protesters were there and basically screaming over her during the speech, just protesting the entire time. And it was an awkward situation because you see like the people in the back, and even Kamala's not really sure how to handle it. But the people in the back, there's some people are trying to say Harris, 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 like to try to shout it out. And the people are just like with their signs, kind of like not sure. And she scolds them, like, listen, you have a voice, but I'm speaking. And then they keep doing it. So she's not in the mood. And this is what she ends up snapping on them. It reminds me of like a mother, like, I'm speaking, be quiet. You need to shut this down. But I think this speaks to a broader problem that Kamala Harris can have, because there are a lot of people who are invested in the war that is going on over in Israel. And we have seen, right now that the Democrat Party has taken a sharp turn to the middle, meaning, well, partially. They have, it's kind of split where they have a very, much more progressive person, leftist person in Tim Walz that can satisfy that progressive wing. But then you have Kamala Harris, who has, shifted in terms of being more centrist because the powers that be that run the Democrat Party are more centrist. Now, one of the things that you've seen is that the very, very extreme side, like the progressive side overall in the Democrat Party has been losing elections. We saw this with Jamal Bowman, and we have seen this now with Cori Bush, where they are struggling to keep a base. They're having money pour into them from AIPAC. And if you are anti-Israel in the Democrat Party, you are quickly being shut out and shut away. And these are the things that are happening. So you're seeing the Democrat Party tearing away from part of their base, which is a lot of the youth and a lot of the pro-Palestinian people, who are, we saw the riots on campuses. We've seen all the things that have happened. We saw what happened on the Capitol. These are people who are very upset, and they're not going to be satisfied regardless of, who's on the ticket. They want a ceasefire and they want action taking place. And right now, because Kamala Harris is the vice president, she's in office, she has power to do something, but they're seeing a very pro-Israel, anti-Palestinian measures being done. And so for them, they still feel displaced and don't feel as though they can actually vote for Kamala Harris. But even here, the thing is, it's either, they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place because they don't want to vote for Trump. These are not people that are going to vote for Trump, but they could just sit out. And so, but that's what she gives this alternative. So vote for Trump or shut up. basically. Either it's me or it's no one. Like, listen, you may not like me, but you're going to have to take me. And so we've seen a little bit of this boss, like everything that you've seen of Kamala is like laughing and jovial, and she hasn't been pressed on anything. But you see with her being pressed like this, there's some teeth that are going to come out. And so this is why a debate is needed. This is also a thing where we see the press has been hiding her, essentially. All we're seeing is kind of the glossiness, the endorsements, the money raised, the fluff pieces, the sycophant, the talking points, but we haven't heard about policy. We haven't really got into anything. The most you hear is anti-Trump, anti-Project 2025, all of these different things, but we don't know what are the things that she plans to do that are different than Biden, because she is still part of this administration. So she can't condemn anything that's unpopular in this administration now because it's part of her platform. But does it even matter? Because it seems as though the media has crowned her, and they're not talking about Trump. They are talking about Kamala Harris, and it is just all positive, positive, positive. And this is one thing that Republicans right now are really fractured about, because even if Trump is in the news with negative things, it is still better than nothing. It's better to keep him on the forefront. And so now that they have dialed back on Trump, the only time they talk about Trump, it's a story about Kamala Harris, and then they tie in points in that story about Trump. But it's not the headlines. He's not the headlines that are dominating, which we saw happen in 2016, which is what they say helped push him over the line for Hillary Clinton. So the media right now is making a concerted effort not to take like things like this and show it as, her being aggressive and her being, pro-war and anti-Palestinian, all of that, which would happen if this was being equal. But or that she has an attitude and that she's got angry, they would bounce on that. But no, this has actually been turned into Mamala. She snapped like a mom. So it's interesting to see these things, guys. I thought I would throw that out there. There are some electors that plan to be at the DNC who are undecided. There are going to be protests at the Democratic National Convention that is coming up on August 19th. So we have to be on the lookout to see if this actually makes a dent into the base and into the campaign. I don't know if it will, because I think too many people, even if they are pro-Palestine, they are so anti-Trump that issue, even they'd rather just keep pressing the Democrat Party to change versus switching over to Trump, which they don't believe will be pro-Palestinian either. So guys, I thought I would just throw that out there, show you that bit of news. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.